feature copyrighted video and audio content under the guidelines of fair use permitted by copyright statute for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. All content and credit go to the original creators. No copyright infringement is intended.
For those that's taking these souls, we know, but it's getting so out of control. Just so
shout out to everybody in the building.
For those that's taking these souls, we know, but
Please smack that thumbs up as you come in.
Thank you for tuning in to MTGV, True Crime TV. Y'all know what it is, man. Team Vibe, Miss V. Hey, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. And make sure you leave a comment too. Yeah. We're gonna see you on the
Welcome in, everybody. Please smack that thumbs up as you come in. We are talking about Romeca Meeks today. We are on part 5. But today is Romeca Meeks' birthday, so we will be honoring her today. But the fight goes on for justice, and I just wanted to encourage her family. I know today is hard. These are pictures of her from last year. Romeca would have been celebrating her birthday. I mean, she was big at that. She was big at bringing people together, getting dressed up really beautiful, and having a good time with people that she loves. And I know that her family, her mother, her auntie La Leslie, her sisters, her baby, everybody that's close to her is missing her so much. And I'm so sorry for y'all loss, man. It is heartbreaking. But I want to say to the family, to Miss Tina McMiller and Romeca's big sister, her son Amir, happy heavenly birthday to Romeca Blackman. Today, June 2nd, we honor and celebrate the beautiful life of Romeca Meeks Blackman, a bright light whose love, laughter, and presence touched so many lives. Romeca was more than a daughter, a mother, a sister, a niece, a friend. She was a source of strength, a connector of people, a woman whose heart was full of love for her son, her sisters, her mother, and everyone fortunate enough to know her. Her smile could light up a room, and her spirit continues to shine through the countless memories she leaves behind. And to Romeca's family, please know that you are not walking this journey alone. The road ahead may be long as you continue seeking justice, but your strength, resilience, and unwavering love for Romeca inspired so many. When the days feel heavy, may you find comfort in knowing that her life mattered, her story matters, and there are people standing behind you, supporting you every step of the way. Justice may take time, but truth remains steadfast. Keep standing, keep fighting, and keep believing. From all of us at MTGV Crime Podcast, we send our love, prayers, and support to Romeca's son, her mother, her sister, her aunties, and all who loved her. Today we celebrate her life, cherish her memories, and promise to never forget her. Forever loved, always missed, never forgotten. We want justice for Romeca. And let's give a moment of silence in honor of her 32nd birthday, but she's forever 31. Justice for Romeca. She did not deserve what happened to her at all. But I want to play a video from the ladies that I seen fighting from the beginning of this case. They had Dave on the panel, and I had mentioned that a lot of things came directly from Dave, from the direction of car lies. Okay. And I'm gonna look in the chat in a second. Give me 1 second. 1 minute, y'all.
The question was, okay, since you said that he got Romeca in the car and she came out, she wanted to know, why did Romeca get out the car, get back out the car? Was it because
from what I heard, they were still like japping off at each other. They were still yapping at each other. And while that was happening, Los was moving up. So as he was getting out of the car, walking back up, that's when it was simultaneous. The shots were simultaneous, 1-2. It was simultaneous. There wasn't no pause in between, like no long pause in between shots. It was 1-2.
Okay,
and
so
when Romeca got hit in the chin, she fell back and into Los's arms. He was close enough to catch her in his arms. That's how he got all the blood all over him, because when the chin shot happened, all the blood was squirting everywhere.
Now, I'm so sorry that is so graphic, but that is where that came from. That information, as far as her falling into his arms and him catching her and all of that. All right, that's where it came from. And so shout out to Tian, Real Talk, and Justice for Romeca. She was in here the other day, and I remember seeing her on Tian's panel, and they had Dave up there. So I already had talked about the video. But let me go to something else. Let me check y'all out first. Let me see who's in the building. Shout out to everybody in the building. Let me see. Just Gifted is first in the building. Welcome in, fam. Good to see you. Shout out to my BFF in the building, dropping the good fire and horns, the good members emojis. If you a member, y'all, drop that fire and horns to show me love in this chat. We can drop those them handcuffs and the cops when I'm playing that lock his ass up, or period, when we want somebody to be locked up. Shout out to all of y'all. Shout out to Spilling the Grits. Yes, justice for Meeks. Shout out to my mod, True Crime with Tone. If y'all do not have him, grab him. Tone, drop your link. I definitely appreciate you being a mod over here. I don't get to catch you live a lot, because it's because of your time though. You go live when I go to bed. So but shout out to you, Tone. I definitely appreciate you, fam. And shout out to my BFF always here, making sure that keeping the chat cute, you know what I'm saying, and classy, how we like to keep it. Happy heavenly birthday, twin. Oh my God, yes. Man, when I tell y'all, this woman here, happy birthday, BFF. We gotta hook up. We gonna have to do something virtually today. I am cheesing. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to BFF. And happy heavenly birthday to Romeca. My heart is so heavy today, y'all. Let's hold on.
There was no blood or tissue on the bench truck. I know, because I went and picked it up personally. The only blood that was on somewhere was, I believe it was Romeca's car and Holly's car. Even in the video, you could see blood on Holly's back window. They told all three cars. They told Holly's car, they dusted for fingerprints. They took his car because they was looking for guns and heads.
And so you went and got the car, you said, David?
Yes, I do.
But how can you get it unless it's in your name?
Girl, you better speak it. That was my next question. How was you able to get the car?
Because I had all the paperwork to the car.
Huh?
Oh, so it was his car.
Paperwork to the car.
It was
you
his
got
car.
Paper, so then the car's in your name.
Yeah.
Right?
Look at him. We told you
Can't confirm or deny that. I'm the rich friend.
But so I thought Carlos bought that. From what we was told, he's an Indian giver. He bought the truck and then took it back. Is that true?
He bought the truck for himself. That's about it. That's all.
Okay, he bought the truck for himself, then wind up giving it to her because he probably wound up getting another truck.
I mean, Romeca used the truck while her car was down, to get little Los around back and forth to school.
Yeah, because I saw a lot of videos of her driving it.
But that's not necessarily him giving it to her. She was his girl at the time, so yeah.
Okay,
my wife drives one of my Dodge Chargers around. Like, that's not me giving it to her. That's still my car.
No, baby, you are in a union, so it's y'all.
Yeah, when y'all together. So I get what you're saying, David.
That thing say David Brown. That SRT say David Brown.
Say your name. Say it don't say James Brown. I bet you that damn title don't say no damn James Brown.
It actually does. James is my middle name.
I was just about to tell Ebony James.
You know what? I swear, I was telling you.
It actually does say
that.
You know what?
It actually does say David James Brown.
Okay, so y'all see, like, they had him up on a panel, and some of the things that he's talking about came up in the witness statement. So that's why I wanted to play that part. Shout out to everybody again in the building. May her family find peace. Yes, shout out to all of y'all, man. And shout out to everybody sharing me out or half shared me out. Hold on. Let me see if anybody shared me out. So to share me out, just hit the share button. Go to create posts and add MTGV Crime Podcast. And if you're subscribed, that should pop up for you. And shout out to everybody that commented on the stuff that I posted today. Like, just all about Meeks, her birthday, and just remembering her today. So, hold on, y'all. I gotta play something else. Hold on. I want to make sure, we had already played this, but I just want to... Wait, hold on. Make it make sense. So this is the thing. When they do a reenactment, I want them to make it make sense. Based off of where the bullets with the shell casings was found, based off of what they've been told, based off of the splatter on the vehicles and all this. Are they going to be able to make sense? Or did Los already have that figured out when he said that he moved her? Or what did he say? He laid her down. Nah, if she hit the ground, like witnesses said she did, what did you do again? Because she was already laying there, and the smart thing to do would have been to leave her just like she was, other than rolling her on her side to stop her from choking, right? But he didn't do that because the police did that when he got there. Why did you touch her? Period. He was dripping, and yeah, he was dripping. He was dripping. So it's something shady there. Quadeja Johnson agreed to speak with RDs and stated the following. Quadeja stated that Carlisle was the father of her child and that they had been together for about 2 years. Quadeja Johnson stated that her and Carlisle's son was 6 months old and was in the back seat of her car when Romeca Blackman put up on them. So that's what she said to her mother. Romeca put up on me and I shot her. Quadeja Johnson stated that she has a restraining order against Romeca Blackman and that they have been trying to serve her since December of last year, which was December of 2024. Quadeja Johnson stated that she got the order of protection against Romeca because of continuous and numerous threats of Romeca that Romeca made against her and her family and her friends and her grandmother. Quadeja Johnson stated that Romeca Blackman had been harassing her since she was pregnant, starting in October of 2024. And we talked about that. Quadeja Johnson stated that Carlisle and Romeca Blackman have a 6-year-old child together. Quadeja Johnson stated that she felt the threat from Romeca Blackman were credible and that she feared for her life and that the blood on her clothes was from Romeca. What happened immediately before? In statement 1, the witness moves Romeca's vehicle so they can move. But then in 2, he said he moved his vehicle and asked her if she was gonna be cool while he do it. Right? So he's lying about the placement of the vehicles. He's lying about where and when he moved either his or hers. I believe that the plan was to move her car because they were trying to lie and say she was at the house. I believe the plan was to move her car down to his apartment. So it'll look like she was coming out of there so it would match that story. But he's trying to make it match. That was the plan, but that ain't what happened. So he's trying to make it match the original plan. So it says October 2nd, 2025 at 10:20 hours a.m. RDs along with ASA Jetla relocated to the Layton Criminal Courthouse located on California, conducted an interview with blank. The following interview should be considered as a summary and not verbatim. So I wanted to check that because by this time, him and Quadeja have talked. You know what I'm saying? And he has time to think more because, yeah, they would have talked because we talking about October 2nd, which is the same month that she got pregnant if she was 7 weeks pregnant in December. So Carlisle related that he knows Quadeja Johnson. He's known her for approximately 3 years and have been in a relationship with her since their son was born. Carlisle related that he had known Romeca for approximately 9 years and they share a 7-year-old child together. Carlisle stated that as he is moving the car, Romeca Blackman runs up on Quadeja Johnson. Quadeja Johnson has a gun in her hand and is telling Romeca Blackman to get back. Carlisle stated that he could not recall if Quadeja said anything. Carlisle stated that he did not know that Quadeja had a gun on her that day. Carlisle stated that he could not recall if Quadeja said anything about having a gun because Romeca was loud. But here, that was 2 I was just reading, and here in 1, he said that she was yelling for her to get back. Quadeja Johnson has a gun in her hand and is telling Romeca Blackman to get back, right? That's in 1. But in 2, he don't recall if she said anything. So, I mean, it's so many lies. It's hard for me to keep up with lies. I mean, I'm sure it's a lot more than that. Carlisle stated that he tried to move the car a couple of times and that the second time he saw through the rear view mirror Romeca Blackman moved from her car towards Johnson. Carlisle stated that he then gets out of his car to stop the fight. And that is when Romeca Blackman swings on Quadeja Johnson and hits her in the face. And Quadeja Johnson swings back and he hears the shots all at the same time. It's crazy because this right here, and I mean, just the inconsistencies of his stories, he really should be locked up and be charged with the same crime. Romeca didn't have any hair in her fingernails. Exactly. How did she get fired on while still grabbing her hair? Exactly. That's what he was trying to say. Like, right. He's trying to make it where they was actively fighting when she fired. That's what he's trying to make sense. And that's why he said, oh, she hit her. And then I seen Quadeja swing back. And that's when he heard yeah, man, this dude is horrible. I mean, he is worse than her. He's just as bad as her, I should say. Clear cut bullshit. These are the two stories that I believe that his family was told, possibly, because they said that he gave them two different stories, and now we sitting up here reading two different stories. So I don't detect no lies from the family. Why everybody is jumping all over the family? He's clearly, dude is lying. Period. The setup is crazy. Absolutely. Boy, did he lie. And you know, another thing with Holly, the fact that she's claiming self-defense and got that self-defense insurance type thing, they can only claim self-defense. Like anything other than that, is she not gonna have a lawyer? Who paying for it? If she can't use self-defense, I don't know how that's gonna work. Like, shout out to Tay-T. Now that made me laugh. She said that's when he lied, talking about he's the rich friend. Broke and he broke. Broke he broke. But one of the things I was wondering, like, why would you want to be known as the rich friend? Like, why do you, if I was rich, I wouldn't want nobody to know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want you to think I got anything. But he's out here on social media with thousands of people tuned in talking about, I'm the rich friend. I had the paperwork. I this, that, and the third. And come to find out, the car is actually his brother's car and is in his brother's name. So he had the paperwork. Why? Because the brother let him hold it or what? I mean, I don't know. Did he help it, let him carry it to the place to get the car? I'm just trying to figure that out. But shout out to everybody in the building and shout out to everybody commenting. I need to hear something funny. So I thought that truck was his brother. Exactly, Gretchen. It is. But this was the lie that he told before we knew better, per the paperwork. You know, his brother is the one that called about the car and went and got the car and all of that stuff. So it's not in his name. And it was said by Romeca's cousin that Carlos had bought that for her. Thank you so much, Gretchen. She shared me on Facebook. I definitely appreciate that. Shout out to Tabany. Shout out to everybody that I didn't say your name. Man, listen. But so yeah, I just wanted y'all to see that, hear everything that I listened to leading up to this I mean, I got the whole thing of what Dave said, and a lot of what he said matches what what the paperwork is saying, and that's Carlos' side of the narrative, because we heard what Quadeja said. And it was very short. And what we are going to be looking at is, where was the baby? Like, okay, because, hey, they the ones that brought the baby on the drill. I don't even like to, focus on children or whatever, but it is not the focus of him, but the parents and their movements and actions and what they said about that, because that's a big deal to me, but the confusion and stuff that Carlos is causing is not enough for them to lock him up, and they can't prove nothing either, because in these statements it's very confusing. Like I was talking about how Carlisle speaks confusing, and you will find that liars or even maybe I didn't start looking into narcissists or even ever said the word narcissist until this case. So I think this is just I know liars do it. They talk confusing so they can switch it up. So maybe I think it's just a lying thing, right? But I'm gonna go ahead and let this finish, because the other part of it is the piece that Carlos had two phones out there on the scene, and I remember hearing people say, did he take her phone? Why did he have two phones? He had one phone in his hand, and then he reached back and put one in his pocket. And KG Summer Mommy had called in, and she told me that somebody sent her a picture that she said that the other side, like Holly's supporters, have been laughing about this picture, right? She said, I didn't see it. This is what KG said when she called in. They have been laughing about it behind the scenes. It was a picture that showed Romeca on the ground. You could see so close in her face and everything. And it was whoever took it was standing directly over her. And I told her then, it wasn't nobody standing over her but Carlisle. He's the only one that was standing over her, right? Let's pull this up, because what I have right here, outside of the video that I'm going to show at the end of this video, and y'all probably seen it circulating, but we need this to circulate more, because he did take her picture and it was clear. He did it right there in front of everybody, the paramedics, I don't know if it was the paramedics or the cops out there at the time. But we can say contaminated, because that's what he was doing. Exactly. He was contaminating the scene. He was touching people and all of that. So anyway, you'll see where it's originals and it's enhanced, but it's still the same thing. I wonder who this guy is off to the side standing in the brown. He's really, you know, I mean, he could have been a bystander, but he just seemed to be closer to the actual events going on. Like, he's literally off the curb in the street. The other people are on the, you know, on the sidewalk, on the curb. There's some others in the street. But I just wanted to show this, and you can see how they were on one accord out there. You see how they staring into each other's eyes and all that. Like this one right here. The one I covered his face because his face looked a little bit different, but here he looks the exact same. And yeah, this is right when they were arresting her. Let me see, do I have something else? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna let this video finish playing. I really don't, but Ari is not, I don't see Ari doing this for free or pro bono or none of that, because this is a losing case. This is the big day. Let's see, this is the day she got arrested. So members of the Area 3 homicide support team took Quadeja Johnson into custody outside her residence at, and it is the Senate Drive in the Des Plaines. So Quadeja Johnson was transported to the Area 3 Detective Division located on Belmont Avenue. Okay, RD, along with Detective such and such, advised Quadeja of her Miranda rights in the interview room A at 2:04 p.m. Quadeja was allotted a phone call at 2:08 p.m. RD attempted to interview Quadeja about the incident that occurred on September 8th, 2025 at 2:19 p.m. Quadeja invoked her right to remain silent and requested her lawyer. As life-saving measures are being performed on Romeca Meeks, Carlisle Sway positions himself. Hold on. Make sure y'all can see it. I'm sure y'all probably have seen this, but this is crazy, because we know that certain people take pictures of trophies. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you've ever heard of like a person taking like underwear, and you know what I'm saying? Like, even for George Zimmerman, it seemed to be the weapon that he, and it was sold, and it's just like they save trophies, right? So that's the only reason why I would think that he would want to take a picture of her like this. Why would you want to even remember this? But we see the phone in his hand. And I cut a little bits out, but you can see like when he turns and stuff, right? And then you can see him down there trying to be slick recording. Being performed on Romeca Meeks. Hold on. Carlisle Sway positions himself to record her. Phone in
He
pocket,
puts a phone in his pocket and then sneakily records.
And you see it in his hand. And then he's bending down like he's being helpful to her. Like, what was that? The phone is in your hand. You're recording. Why? That's really sick. It really is. That says a lot, man. Those people just thought up lies that didn't add up. And they trying to make them fit. So that's one of the things that I wanted to focus on, like just what they said pertaining to the child. So let me pull that up. But yeah, that's sick. That's sick. I'm gonna play it one more time. Minus the audio. Slow it down more. Why? Why did he need to do this? Why did he want to remember her like that? That's real hate, if you ask me. Real, for real. Who did he send it to? Well, we have since found out that creators on YouTube got it, laughing about it behind the scenes. That's what KG Summer Mommy said when she called in. And she said somebody sent it to her. And she seen it. And it was really close in her face. She could see everything. Why they didn't say nothing though? Like, why was he allowed to stand there like he's one of them? He goes away from the scene, get his phone in record mode, and then go over there like he helping, like he's one of them. I even heard him describing, well, you know how when the cops telling people to get back, that's basically what he was doing. You know, like, what? So, okay. That's just awesome. Then he goes on to say this crap. He don't even think it was about him. When we seen in the paperwork, it was all about him. He knew it was about him at the time.
Man, I wasn't talking for the whole year. Like, it was just, I think it was some.
To record her. He puts a phone in his pocket and then sneakily records.
I really don't even think it was about me. Cause, man, I wasn't talking for the whole year. Like, it was just, I think it was some pride. So I don't know. I don't even know what to call it. It's just everything they try to pull to like defame somebody, fuck up somebody's character, like turning it back around on them. It's like everybody getting a taste of their own medicine right now. And definitely said.
And signing that motherfucking petition.
But what everybody doing?
Everybody business.
But guess what everybody doing? Soon the hot seat get on them. They defending themselves, right? So why they be having a problem when I defend myself or when I say something? You see what I'm saying? But they can go clear something up. They trying to turn this shit to a soap opera or something.
I guess.
They need something to happen so they can get views. That's what I think it is. They probably do. They don't got nobody to argue with.
They want to know why I'm always debunking what these people talk about. They want to know why.
Because they lying. I know because they lying. Over exaggerating stuff. That's what I was saying. They be asking people like, how come a person just don't fight, right? You see what happened to the bouncer dude? The man that was the old man that was trying to get in that bar. Yeah, he got pushed. That guy happened in a fight too, right? You can get pushed and get your head on curve, right?
Yeah, but that's what happens.
A fight is really too, man. People trying to say, man, it's crazy, man. It's just crazy. These people just need to stop trying to think, I got no heart. They try to like, leave Carson alone. He ain't Carlos. My baby's out of here. Leave my babies alone. Yes, I can afford to take care of it. I only have to work for it. For a couple of years, I can take care of them perfectly fine. Sit back and relax. Outfits, everyday shoes.
Somebody everything I do it. Why I'm always debunking what somebody got from.
The debunk got a relationship with the person who's debunk everything. You don't have to say too much, man.
That's why they really be mad. That's why they really be mad. What's up with the $2 Tuesdays? They talking about Lulu's spring needs. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about it, but they go get what they get them, and I don't got nothing to do with what they got going on.
Lock his ass up.
They going to donation.
You going to jail. Lock his ass up. Lock his ass up. You going to jail. You going to jail. Lock his ass up. Lock his ass up. You going to jail. You going to jail. Lock his ass up. Lock his ass up. You going to jail. You going to jail. Lock his ass up. Lock his ass up. You going to jail. You going to jail. Lock his ass up. Lock his ass up. You going to jail. Yeah, I got time, cuz. Yeah, I got time, cuz. Yeah, you big dummy. You big dummy. You big dummy. You big dummy. You.
Alrighty, so I just wanted to play that, okay, and get it out of my ear right now. But so the real reason we came is to look at these statements, the difference between celebrate Romeca and look at these statements, right? But yeah, he need to be locked the hell up, man. But they just ain't got enough to lock him up because it's just confusing. And when they come, they can't be on no confusing. Well, them cell phone records gonna tell it, okay? Like, I mean, it should be a law against it, but right now, I don't think it is. He's letting them so-called friends put this stuff in his ear that's going to sink his ass. I think he told them because that's what the police, some of the stuff that they saying is on the police report. So he's telling them what to say. Like, and that's why they speaking with confidence, because they trust and believe him like an idiot. Like, why would you? Shout out to Truthfully Speaking. Shout out to Miss Rhonda. Shout out to all my members in the building. Shout out to Gretchen. She said, I'll be so glad when they lock this man up. Okay? Miss V is cooking today. You're not burning nothing. This is strictly barbecue. Okay? Let's go, fam. So look, let me pull this up right quick.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. For sharing. For sharing. For sharing. Thank you for so much. Thank you.
Please subscribe and press that notification bell and thumbs up. Please subscribe and press. Join Sleuth Nation membership and become a sleuth for special members emojis, special badges by your name, and sneak peek videos. Join Sleuth Nation. Shout out to all my members in the building. Okay, so we looking at Quadacia's part of her statement or whatever, and the main focus was that she said the son was already in the back seat of her car, right? But I'm gonna read the whole thing. So I'm gonna start here. Quadacia Johnson stated that blank was the father of her child and that they had been together for 2 years. Quadacia Johnson stated that her and blank's son was 6 months old and was in the back seat of her car when Romeca pulled up. Okay. She didn't say a whole lot. She said a little bit more than that, but not a whole lot. But what little she did say conflicts with what Carlos said, because Carlos said this about the same thing, which is crazy. And he said he got 2 different statements. So this one, what did he say? That he was putting the baby, what did he say? Yeah, putting their son in the car seat of Quadacia Johnson's car. So that was confusing because I remember saying something about that. I'm like, wait a minute, now the baby should have been in the car seat already, right? So you should have been putting the car seat in the car, not putting the baby in the car seat. So that was shady. Like, what was the baby sitting in your car if he wasn't in the car seat sitting in your car? And we know they had this nice handy dandy roller car seat from what I had heard, because I know Romeca had this one, and then I heard she had this one, right? So it can't be both. Like, was the baby in the damn car already, or was the baby being put in the car? I'm just trying to figure that one out, because Quadacia said that the baby was in the back seat of her car, right? All right, so let's go here. So Blank Blake stated that on the morning of September 8th, 2025, himself, Quadeja Johnson, and their son were leaving his apartment. He was driving them back to Quadeja Johnson's car that was parked on Cermak off of State Street. Blank stated that he double parked by Quadeja Johnson's car and was putting their son in the car seat of Quadeja Johnson's car. That's so confusing. When Romeca drove up in her car, very aggressively yelling at himself and Quadeja Johnson, saying, "I knew I was gonna catch y'all asses." Blank stated that Romeca Blackman parked her car behind his car in the right lane, blocking in Quadeja. So let me get this straight. So his car being parked on the side of Quadeja wasn't blocking Quadeja, but Romeca being parked behind his car towards the right lane was blocking Quadeja. Make sense. Because when we look here, you can kind of see the placements of the vehicles, right? And we see that his vehicle is pushed way up there. And Quadeja's car is right here, right? So, but the way that he said it in the statements is if he was directly on the side of her. I believe that he was. Let me pull up this video. I believe that he was, and he just pulled up a little bit right after the incident happened before somebody seen it or something. I don't know. Because he the one that said he put up on the side of Quadeja's car. So if he put up on the side of Quadeja's car, how could Romeca also be on the side of her car? Like, because we also know that the one witness said that she had her tires screech when she stopped. And then witness 3 said that they were arguing because she said, I guess because they was trying to park and she had just pulled up. Yes. So it seems like they was kind of into it about a parking space. I don't know if y'all remember the witness 3 saying that. She's like, I don't know. They were arguing because they was pulling up and she put up when they was trying to park or something to that effect. Now you can listen to her statements again. I'm not going to play it today, but I heard her say that. And so even she was confused about that. So that told me that they did pull up at the same time, because the older witness said she turned and then stopped right away. And what did I say? What makes a person stop? A person stopping in front of them. Literally, witness 3 thought it was about parking. They put up together, man. That's 2 people that said that. Said something similar when it comes down to that. And then Carlos keep talking about moving his car versus Romeca car versus his car. I believe a car was moved. Which car? That's the question. That's another thing. So he a big ass liar. I'm getting irritated again. Hold on. I'd rather be irritated than in tears though, because the tears is hard to stop once they get going. But justice for Romeca. We want that. Complete justice. She deserves it. This was bullcrap that happened to her. But let me put back up these statements. Wherever there's confusion, there's a lie. Period. But look how he's staring at her like, remember the plan we talked about now, even though he doing all the talking and messing up everything, because I'm sure what he said, it was never supposed to come out of his mouth. And if she wouldn't have said nothing, then I wouldn't have this to compare. Hold on.
You big
Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see. Okay, so Quadeja said the baby was already in the car. So how can that be true? Like, how can the baby already be in the car when Romeca put up, unless Quadeja was already sitting in the car? That's another thing. All right. How is this possible? So she says blank blank son was 6 months old and was in the back seat of her car when Romeca Blackman put up on them. That's what Quadeja said. Okay, and then here he was driving them back to Quadeja Johnson's car. That was parked on Cermak off of State Street. Blank blank stated that he double parked by Quadeja Johnson's car and was putting their son in the car seat of Quadeja Johnson's car when Romeca Blackman drove up in her car, very aggressively yelling. Okay, so they saying a lot of the same things. It's just that they both can't be true. Either you was putting the baby in the car at the time, actively doing that, or the baby was already in the car. It can't be both. This is a lie. Okay, and then right here stated that both women begin arguing as he is putting the baby in the car. So was they arguing, or was Romeca just pulling up? Stated that both women began arguing as he was putting the baby in the car. Was in the back seat of her car when Romeca put up. Like, I mean, all right. What do y'all think? Blank blank stated that Romeca Blackman parked her car behind his car in the right lane, blocking Quadeja as if you wasn't already blocking her, or either she wasn't blocked at all. So on September 8th at hours, blank blank stated that earlier today, as he was leaving the house and walking to his car. Wait, let me say this, because Quadeja also said that Romeca was waiting for them when they left her. So I wasn't focusing on that part, but she said that. Like, where's that? Why we talking? He seen her through the rear view mirror and like all this mess. I might have took it out, but she also said that she was waiting at the house today when they left the house. She was out there waiting on them. Okay. And that's a damn lie too. But we already talked about that. These people is crazy, man. So again, I asked, when, where, how when was the baby in the car? Because I mean, why? And see, this is why they wanted the baby there. You know what I'm saying? They done threw the baby in the drill. It's wrong. As parents, you should never do this crap. You put this child in here because you put the baby in the dang on TPO orders and all that. Then tried to make it seem like she was running for the car and the window and all that. Oh, she was trying to get to the baby. Like, that was being said. I think Q was saying some stuff like that, but I didn't listen to a lot of that because of the way that he came out. I know a lot of people didn't forgave him since, but I just can't feel it at all. At all. It's wrong and questionable too that so many people do forgive him. Like, for what? Like, this shit, he tainted this case in the beginning and kept important people away from it because I don't like drama. So that kept me from reporting on the case. That's why it took me so long. Maybe that's why I'm so focused on it. Is KG Mommy in here? Shout out to KG Mommy. I was just talking about you. I don't know if you was in here the whole time. But most definitely, he took that picture. They was telling Q what to say. Man, Q was saying he was doing a whole lot of dogging people out, but I just, you and me both, Miss V. Man, listen, that's crazy to me. Some shit, and I mean, it may be because I got a cousin that was a nurse that was murdered, and I got left a 2-year-old child behind, another kid that had to be separated, and all kind of shit, living in 2 different states because this bastard wanted to take her out, just jealous and just sick and narcissistic, psychopathic, and all kind of shit. And I couldn't imagine having somebody like that tainting my cousin's name. Period. Maybe that's why I'm so angry. But man, Romeca was running late to school. She arrives at 9:04, and by 9:42 she was pronounced. At 9:04, she had made his lunch, write a letter, 3 notes she posted on Facebook, on her Facebook page. And they knew her movements, is what is being said. This is the only reason she got the NSNO. I'm not sure what that means. Oh, I see. The baby is the only reason why. Yeah, and she was lying, making everything up. Like, get out of here. Yes, was, and making shit up as well. Like David, you can't tell they make up while telling lies. Yep, they do. But I still say Carlos is the one that had him out here doing it. Even though that's crazy because you're a grown man, that I wouldn't let, just because somebody telling you to say something don't mean you do. But these people, anybody that was out here doing that, they must have something to hide too. They want to protect it. Holly was also hitting the roof of Meek's car. Yep, I believe it. If y'all have not checked out 1 through 4, please do, because I talked about other witnesses. I focus in on their whole statements or whatever, but this right here, I just wanted to focus in on what they said about the placement, because it's too different, and it's a freaking lie. Nothing but lies being told here, and it's crystal clear because the truth don't change, but lies do. So when KG Summer Mommy called in and told me that she seen the picture with her own eyes and she was gonna send it to me, but I have remembered this video circulating. So yeah, and like I said, he took it. Period. He's sick to sit up here and take a picture of her like that. And I'm gonna pull that back up just in case KG didn't see it. I don't know, but yeah, he the one that took it. Right in the face of the cops and stuff and paramedics or whatever. I don't know if the paramedics was there, and maybe that was just the cops. But yeah, he did that. And he need to explain that to his son, why he, the Jordans and all that mess. That ain't gonna matter when he get older. Not like, I'm not saying, that I want the baby to hold any hate in his heart or whatever. He gonna have to find a way to forgive and all that kind of stuff. But we ain't gonna act like you wasn't out here heading the smear campaign against Romeca and clearly taking a picture of her. He was the only one that had access to her because he did not let nobody else get close to her. Period. He's the only one that could have took it. Let's play it one more time. Being performed on Romeca Meeks. Carlisle Sway position. Life-saving measures are being performed on Romeca Meeks. Carlisle Sway positions himself to record her. He puts a phone in his pocket and then sneakily record. So do you think that was the position that he was in, that picture was in, KG, when you seen it? Is that the position of the cameraman? Let me know. Hey, KG, how are you doing today? Yeah, that's crazy. I'm sorry I was in the bushes. Hey. Shout out to you, honey. Please come out the bushes, girl. We don't bite, we bite back, though. You know what I'm saying? I be over here minding my own content creating business. But we don't bite. We don't start no mess over here. We don't. We don't even like mess. Because we got so much to talk about. Like, I could break down. We do a lot of analyzing and breaking down over here. We are very sleuthy. You know what I'm saying? So it's just how I am. There's a video that you can hear 3 women clearly say that they jumped her. Oh yeah, they definitely am. I said it from the start. I believe that she was ambushed, and I said that she jumped her. You can listen to my first video that I ever did on this. When I looked at the case, I said they jumped her. They ambushed her. I always believed that. And I have let me pull up some clear stuff that witnesses are saying. Hold on. If I got it in this playlist. Just sick.
She's the one who shot her. She's the one who shot her. She's order, but she shot her.
Baby in the car, Brody. Yeah, the baby was in the car. They wasn't moving no baby. The baby was already chilling in the car with the mama. You know, Carli's, maybe he was at home watching social media and was like, you know what? She on her way. Khadijah was already positioned. He said, hey, she just posted this. I'm about to come meet you. And we gonna block her in. You know what I'm saying? I should time. Yeah, I mean, that's the only reason why I think Khadijah was already in positions. She the one that said that her baby was already in the car. She said that they're not witness, so he can tell them whatever he like. Yep. Why is he able to be that close? Exactly. They should have told him gone somewhere. Like he's sitting up there telling the witnesses, gone. No, you gone. The hell? She shouldn't have had to look at him last freaking face she looking at, taking her last breath. The hell? Oh, bastard.
She's the one who shot her. She's the one who shot her. Order, but she shot her.
And she just sitting up there on the phone talking and like trying to justify her damn actions out there. Who do you think you are? Like, and then you go over there, you pushing folks, touching folks, contaminating the crime scene, and cannot take your eyes off of a man. Listen. Oh my God. Let me calm down. Look at that. Do it look like he was doing anything to help? Or was he just standing there muscle bound over her like that? Look how he looking down at her. Look, the whole time that's what he was doing. He couldn't keep his damn eyes off of her. He liked what he seen. That's what I'm getting out of it. Like, what? Oh my God. I just need your email and I can send it to you now. Shaking my head. That content creator was trying to brag about it. That they had a video of her taking her last breath and she, oh my God, what? And she shared and it got to me. Damn. That's sick. I don't know if you answered me, but the way that he was looking down with that camera, you think that was the angle? It's the people talking right before witness number 3 told the officers who did it. Okay. And so because it was different cameras out there. So you can hear according to who was holding the camera or who was closer to the cameraman. You know what I'm saying? So I did hear a lot of voices out there.
When you shot her, Brody, I was there. Oh, I just said this. Don't worry about it. Like a fucking gun on the street. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, bitch. You said somebody, man. What the fuck wrong with you?
Look at him. I mean, did he have on a bulletproof vest? I mean, did he? We'll never know, because they said he went home and changed his clothes and all that. Like, you know what I mean? It definitely ain't about him, but he definitely wanted everybody to watch him, I guess. All eyes on him. He had to notice. Well, maybe he did. Maybe he was dumb enough to think that this wasn't gonna go viral. Boy, what?
Put the gun in the car. The gun, she saw her. Let's go right here.
So we see the position of her car. Her car is at Quadeja's bumper. So what I believe is that Carlisle did stop on the side of Quadeja's car, just like he said in his statement. And Romeca damn near hit him, which is why she jumped out the car screaming at him. I don't think she ever seen Quadeja. Quadeja was sitting in her car. Witnesses put Quadeja at the driver's side of her vehicle, which is where she would be placed if she was already sitting in the car. If she put up with Carlisle, and they put up at the same time to the point where Romeca had to hit her brakes, that girl was in the same car as Carlisle's, because she wouldn't have had time to get into her car in the position of her doorway. There's no way she could have did it that fast, okay? So both of them cannot be true. I believe that Carlisle stopped right there where that cop is standing at, and Romeca damn near hit her. Or did she hit him? Because is her car messed up right there? Anyway, I mean, I believe that he stopped right there, and when she stopped and jumped out, maybe that's when he pulled up quick and jumped out the car too. Because we have to remember that he also said in a statement that Romeca, he's seen out of his rear view mirror. I bet you did. And was it because of this right here? Yeah, you probably was looking out your rear view mirror, seeing if she was gonna hit you, because you was being mischievous, like witness 3 said. I'm just saying, we gotta put this stuff together. That's what I do over here. That's what makes me different from everybody else. Okay, so if you into that, please subscribe to my channel, join membership, get connected with us over here, because this is what I do over here. I believe that he stopped, causing her to stop, causing her tires to squeak, and causing her to jump out in anger because you damn near made me hit you or did. And I just say maybe, damn near, because nobody said nothing about an accident. So I ain't gonna throw that in there. But I believe that that's what happened, because he said that he was on the side of Holly's car. Now let's go to that part again. I believe you stopped on the side of Holly's car. And I believe Romeca stopped behind you because you made her do that when you did that. And then witness 3 thought it was a confusion with a parking spot. Like, let's come on now. That's what I see, right? So, related, that on the morning of September 8th, 2025, himself, Quadeja Johnson, and their son were leaving his apartment. He was driving them back to Quadeja Johnson's car that was parked on Cermak off of State Street. Blank blank stated that he double parked by Quadeja's car, right? And was putting their son in the car seat of Quadeja Johnson's car when Romeca drove up. Okay, so yeah, I do believe that. I believe that he put up on the side of Quadeja, just like I said, because why? If this everything can be true, right? Blank blank stated that he double parked by Quadeja Johnson's car. Okay, so when we move this and look at this, the placements of the car. Let me go to that other video. Is his car next to Quadeja's car? Is his car double parked next to her car? No, it's up further than her car. And it puts Romeca right at her car. Romeca's bumper hood is at the bumper of Quadeja's car because his car was actually at Quadeja's car. And when he stopped in front of Romeca, he pulled up a little bit and jumped out the car. That's why he's seen her in the rearview mirror. And that's why he's talking about the jumping out the car part. Period. That's what I believe. I don't care what nobody say because that's what makes sense based off of the evidence that I'm looking at. I'm gonna open up my phone lines if anybody want to call in because I haven't been looking at the chat, but I do want to know what do y'all think about that because that's what I believe. I believe the witness, the older guy that said he didn't know why she jumped out hollering at that Inga like that. Yeah, because he did that. Let me pull him up. Let me move this right quick. You see where his car is at? Right here. Way up there. Yet he's explaining that he was on the side of Quadeja's car. Now, think about it like this too. If Quadeja and the baby was in his car, why would he pull up that far to put the baby in the car seat? Can somebody make that make sense? It make more sense that he would have put on the side. Well, actually, it would have made more sense a lot of other things, but it would have made more sense to pull on the side of her car, right? Because that's closer to her car. But to pull way up ahead of her car don't make sense to me. It don't. And then to just pull off to the side like that on a busy damn street at 9 o'clock in the morning, that don't make sense either. So, I mean, but what he's saying, yeah, all this movement of the car, the confusion of the movement of the car, which indicate that it's a freaking lie, and he trying to make sense of it. Period, point blank. So, that's crazy. He been tagging Gretchen and stuff, but I don't play into that. That's why I don't reply to what he tagged me in. He has a very childish mind to me. He does. He's a big 40-year-old kid. That's what I see. And I'm just being honest. But I'm just saying, y'all, like, this is what I'm saying based off of what, and thank you, BFF. So the lines is open. That's the number if you want to. If you've typed something that I missed that you want me to see, call in because I have missed a lot. What the hell is going on? You hear me, right? Hit replay if you didn't, because I'm telling you, I believe that the witness 3 said they were arguing. They were arguing over a park. She was trying to park. They were trying to park when she pulled up. That's what she said, man. That's what she said. The old man said what he said, and that's what I was doing, pulling up what he has said. But yeah, first I wanted to uncover this again. So we see the placement of his car. We see the placement of Romeca's car. If he was on the side of Holly, then Romeca's bumper would hood of her car, front bumper would have been on his back bumper. And he should have been right there parked already. Like, why? I believe he moved up. I do. I really do. I believe he moved up. And that's why he threw in the rear view mirror part. See, because he was looking in the rear view mirror at Romeca to see when he can slam on the brakes and cause her to stop. And right there in the right spot that he wanted her to stop in. Hell. Because these people had time to think about this. They've been plotting on her since December of 2024. Now, Holly was plotting before him, but at some point, he caught up. Okay? That's what he did. He caught up with what Holly was saying, and then he just took on over because what he said versus what Holly said is crazy. It is different. And he was doing all the talking. But he wants the family to believe. Oh, I would have had my extended family if it wasn't for the internet. Oh, the internet did this. Oh, the internet. Like, we wasn't there, sir, at all. At all. He putting their son in the car when Romeca drove up aggressively. Oh, my God. Let's go to the part when he said that he was looking out the rearview mirror since I brought that up. But let's finish this part. I think I didn't. So it says that Blank stated that both women began arguing as he is putting the baby in the car when Quadeja said the baby was already in the car. Yeah. So he said both women began arguing as he is putting the baby in the car. Stated that he then proceeds to move the vehicle of Romeca that was blocking their vehicle so that they could leave. Blank stated that as he is moving, okay, I wasn't focused on that part, but listen. And we see the placements of the car. What? Stated that he proceeded to move the vehicle of Romeca that was blocking their car. How? How was Romeca blocking? Quadeja's car could have pulled clean out. She could have pulled clean out. Ain't nothing blocking her. Man, y'all see this? Do y'all see these lies as clear as I do? I'm just saying. And yeah, that's what he said. What? He proceeds to move the vehicle of Romeca that is blocking their vehicle, like as if they're in one car, so that they could leave. Oh yeah, she was so in the way. Quadeja Johnson, blank stated that Quadeja has a restraining order. Boy, I'm just saying, I just want to drill this in, y'all. Quadeja said this. No, this his other statement, I mean. Blank stated that he double parked by Quadeja's car, but that ain't what we see. Hold on. He said he double parked by Quadeja's car. Why we don't see that? Why is he put way up here? Why is he put way up here? If he telling us he double parked and all of this stuff jumped off. He did not move that car until the police told him to. And you can hear the police telling him to in one of my videos. It might have been the one I was just playing. I heard the cop when he said move, and that was after the fact. And also, La Leslie has already addressed that part too, because he was trying to say that before. So yeah, he was looking out the rearview mirror, and he was being mischievous. Hold on. If he was looking out the rearview mirror trying to stop somebody, you jumped out mischievous, that would have been right when you was doing it. Blank saw through the rearview mirror Romeca move from her car towards Quadeja Johnson. Blank stated that he then gets out of his car to stop the fight. Yeah. All that can't be true, sir. It can't. But so I think that some more questions need to be talked about. What are you talking about? The witness 3 said on your damn channel, Holly was in her car when Romeca and Carlos was talking. Wait, what? Who is Karen? Because that right there sound like you talking mess. Let me read something else. Witness 3 said Holly was sitting in her car when Carlos and Romeca was arguing. She said Holly jumped out of that car. Holly came out of the parked car. That's what witness 3 said. Holly came out of the parked car. And she said other stuff too, but she said that. And so that is why I believe that Holly was sitting in her car. You are correct, Miss V. When I saw the picture of the cars before she was arrested, I literally commented elsewhere, she must have couldn't drive because she could have backed out of the spot. She could have drove forward. You see this car? Romeca ain't in her way, and Carlos is pulled way up here. She could have pulled forward and got right out. But if she couldn't pull forward, then that would have been Carlos's fault, because he would have been the one blocking her. So that's a lie. Like, I mean, and it's just not, I guess it's just not enough. I was in another chat. I'm confused. Oh, I got 2 different live streams going. Happy heavenly birthday, beautiful. Yes, and I don't know. Let me go back down. Tay-T might be right. Now, wait a minute. Was I misunderstanding that person? He caught up after Romeca was going on about her business and was being with him. It wasn't being with him anymore and probably wasn't bringing her child over anymore. So she was letting him be with the new baby and his woman. She was over it. Shout out to Erica Kane. Welcome in, fam. Yes, happy birthday to Roro. Forever31. I think Holly pulled up from where she parked and got out the car when Romeca and Carlos started arguing. Yep, exactly. I believe that Holly got out of the parked car. I believe that Romeca did not see Holly at first because Holly was sitting in the car. All Romeca knew is that Carlos stopped her. This is weird. Witness 3 on this channel said Holly was already sitting in the car. What is she talking about? Who is this person? Are you questioning what I'm saying? Call in. Because right now what you saying is real confusing. And it's starting to irritate me. So call me. Let me know what you're saying. Like what? Who is Karen President? I'm really confused on your statements. Because I know that you're not in here trying to combat what I'm saying. The hell? Yeah, you repeating yourself. So what's your point? Who is Karen? Is she on Holly's side or Romeca's? I need to know that right now. Shout out to 755. Welcome in, fam. But anyway, I'm not going to stop my show, but let me continue. Let me continue. We focus on what where this baby was at. When come on, this is just wrong to include your child. Trying to really pour it on. You know what I'm saying? So again, let me see. Okay, so Carlos said their 6-month-old their son was 6 months old and was in the back seat of her. Oh no, Holly said this. Their son was 6 months old and was in the back seat of her car when Romeca pulled up. So the baby was already inside the car, in the back seat, present when Romeca arrived. But then when you look at statement 2, Carlisle say that he was putting the baby in the car. So the child was not yet fully, the implication would be that the child was not yet fully situated in the vehicle when the confrontation began. And for Holly to say that the baby was already in the backseat of the car, the child was already in the vehicle when Romeca arrived. So which is it though? Was the baby being put in the car when Romeca arrived, or was the baby already in the car? I'm going to go with the baby was already in the car. Why? Because Carlos couldn't have been doing all this movement if he was handling a child. And then he puts himself as being the person to put the baby in the car. Why would he do that? Because in reality, Holly was not even, it never happened. And he didn't make it Holly putting the baby in the car because Holly was sitting in her car. You see what I'm saying? So his lie is kind of going along with Holly sitting in the car. And so this is part of the confusing stuff to me. You know, and to me that more questions needed to be asked. Like what other things was happening? So hold on, let me look at something. Do y'all think that this would say that he's guilty or they're guilty of anything based off of that? Because that wouldn't be enough that you could arrest anybody for. You know what I'm saying? It's just not enough. Hold on, y'all. So let me see. It says guilt in a criminal investigation is usually established through a combination of physical evidence. Because I mean, does this say that they're guilty? No, but it does say that they are liars, right? So guilt in a criminal investigation is usually established through a combination of physical evidence, video, phone records, forensics, consistent witness testimony, which the witnesses that have testified in these statements is ain't saying what he's saying. Admissions, motives, and opportunity. So we have what it says. Carlos, like 3 different things said: putting the baby in the car, putting the baby in the car seat, and the baby was in the back seat. Like the baby, how many butts do the child have? How many seats? Like, I mean, which is it? And I just feel like they should have pushed a little bit more on that. They should have got more clarity on exactly what did they mean, what did happen. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Hold on, I'm looking at something, y'all. And you know, I just feel like they could have locked in more on that. And here's something right here. So a skilled detective usually would not accuse someone of lying immediately, right? So when Romeca first put up, where exactly was the baby? And so that, I mean, because that part should have been locked in. And I mean, we're not saying that there, right? But it says, was the baby already in the car seat? Was the baby buckled in? Were the doors open or closed? Like, make them answer more questions. Who was touching the baby at that moment? Right? Because it's so freaking confusing. How many seconds passed between putting him in the car and Romeca arriving, right? So when you ask more questions, it make it harder for that lie to live on because you're going to get caught up in it. So the goal is to pin down the precise facts and then see if it remained consistent after that. So, however, as an investigator might ask whether the witnesses are compressing the timeline, emphasizing that the baby was present to highlight danger, omitting details that make their own accounts look less favorable. Those are possibilities that would need additional evidence and conclusion. So, I mean, that wouldn't say that he committed a crime, but you're lying. And why are you lying? Why? It's a reason why they lying. Because it's made up. He is Miss Gretchen. That's why he keep getting mad because all his BS lies are catching up to him, as they should. Exactly, because a lot has been told and a lot can be compared. His friends out here lying. In the beginning, you know, he had a whole cousin coming out here pretending to be him. Like, they really didn't know nothing about the true crime community at all. They don't know about sleuths and how we rock. Like, I really believe once everything is locked in on her and she's out the way, it's coming for him. That's why he's so upset about the petition. He can be mad all he wants. Get over it. You can't stop this. You can't stop Romeca's justice. You might have stopped her that day, right? But it's so many more people that has eyes on this case that can fight for her. Okay? Because she didn't do this. She didn't cause this. She was ambushed, as the people were saying out there, as I believe when I first seen it, as the witness saying that he was being mischievous and all of the stuff that he had going on out there that day. Hold on, let me see if I can lock in on the older guy that said what he said, because I truly believe that he stopped her. And that's why if she jumped out angry, that's why, like, you just, man, I just dropped off my kid and you, and if she talked to him that day too, you know, it was a lot of things said. She talked to him in the morning about dropping the kid off, all that. He wasn't trying to be helpful. He stopped her.
Yo, what happened? What's going on? I've been in the jail, man. I don't pick up my phone. Sitting on the throne.
Holly getting released.
For real?
Carlos, stop playing.
I'm dead serious. I ain't talking to nobody.
Are you for real? I gave you the good news.
I guess so.
Only thing I would change is the time. Would have came out 2 minutes later, the light would have been green.
Yeah, and you just listen at that. If I would have came, and we know that's woo. If I would have came out 2 minutes later, the light would have been green. He's saying it. What he's saying right there.
She wouldn't have seen us.
Yeah. When she turned.
What he's saying right there is that it was a matter of a light changing. Did y'all just hear him? He's saying that. That to me helps verify or validate the fact that they put up at the same time. That's what's being said in the courts, too, that they put up at the same time. And then we can further look at the positions of the vehicle. Like, that's showing a spot, an empty spot in front of the car. She definitely could have pulled out of there if she wanted to. There's yet another position.
Only thing I would change is the time. Would have came out 2 minutes later, the light would have been green, and she wouldn't have seen us.
Yeah. So when she turned, she saw him and she stopped right away.
We have to remember that they both put up around the same time at 8:57. So I'm really picturing Romeca at this light right here and Carlos going through the light on the other side. And by the time she makes the U-turn, he stops, and that causes her to stop.
Would have came out 2 minutes later, the light would have been green.
Now, I know there's been an argument about the time that they arrived, whether they arrived at the same time or not. And we know that they did. Now, we know the guy that's talking is not Carlos. That is the fake Carlos. He was pretending to be him. But what he's saying is coming from Carlos. So that's how I'm looking at it. Carlos told him the story, and he's telling it the way Carlos told him. So the clip of me talking, I said that before. That is an old clip. We heard what the older guy said, where Romeca suddenly stopped, where you heard her tires. That's pretty much what he said, right? So what would make a person suddenly stop? A person stopping in front of you, and you're almost about to hit them. So that proves that they put up at the same time. And what the cousin says proves that they put up at the same time. And it also proves that Carlos is the reason why Romeca stopped. That's what I believe. And if you look at the car placements right now, you see that Quadesia was not blocked in. The police vehicles obviously was not there when the crime occurred. But if you look at the dotted line, the only thing standing in the way of Holly moving would be Carlos. Okay, and so then I get additional information about the statements that I released, right? I'm putting a puzzle piece together based off of stuff that I already was looking at. Like, I mean, so yeah. Miss V, please play it one more time. What, this right here? Which one? What you want me to play? Let me know what you want me to play. This, let me, I'll put this back to the beginning, but I don't know if this is what you mean. Let me know. I'm looking.
Only thing I would change is the time. Would have came out 2 minutes later, the light would have been green, and she wouldn't have seen us.
Yeah. So when she turned, she saw him and she stopped right away.
We have to remember that they both put up around the same time. And we see all of these people standing out there too. Like, man, like these people spilled out like roaches, didn't they? But yeah, so, but Miss V, if they put up at the same time, how was he putting the baby in the car? Like, yeah, he would have definitely had to be some type of superhero with some powers to be able to be all these places at one time. It's not even doable. You know what I'm saying? And but if you listen at the witness 3 when she was like, he jumps out mischievous, and man, like, come on, man. Everything is coming together for me. You can't be doing all this at one time. You can't be just coming through a light and stopping and already got the baby in the car seat already. Like, what did you want me to play, KG? You wanted me to play this again or something else? But this is insane, man. So let's see. Let's go back. At 8:57. So I'm really picturing Romeca at this light right here, and Carlos going through the light on the other side. And by the time she makes the U-turn, he stops, and that causes her to stop.
Would have came out 2 minutes later, the light would have been green.
Now, I know there's been an argument about the time that they arrived, whether they arrived at the same time or not. And we know that they did. Now, we know the guy that's talking is not Carlos. That is the fake Carlos. Then the older guy said something else, too.
Yeah. So when she turned, she saw him and she stopped right away. She stopped her car. Like, you motherfucker, they got the arguing and stuff like this. They going back and forth with the arguing. And I'm looking at them like, damn. And I didn't even see the girl, so I got to walking down. I walked in because I'm like, why is she arguing with that nigga like that? Why don't they just go on? Like, so when I see the other girl now, I'm like, oh. That's why I didn't understand why they were going at it so hard.
So did you hear him? He did not see Holly at first. And I also said Romeca probably didn't see Holly either. And I still believe that. Period. I still believe that. The CC saying Holly getting out and he sounded that. Okay. I'll play because I didn't even play the whole thing. Okay, I'll play that. Yeah, he wasn't happy, y'all, at all. Like, they might have been out here on one accord, baby, but he wasn't excited about the possibilities of her getting out. That was funny. Because they really thought, man, what? This dude ain't going nowhere no time soon. You hear me? Clown.
Yo, what happened? What's going on? Man, I've been in the jail, man. Yo, what happened? What's going on? Man, I've been in the jail, man. I don't pick up my phone. I'm about to get started.
Holly getting released. For real? Carlos, stop playing. Are you for real? I gave you the good news. I guess so.
Soon as I pick up, hey, I'm calling you back, man.
So, like I had explained before, when he first picked up the phone, she was saying, "Congratulations, congratulations," and then he's like, "What's going on? What like he don't know."
Yo, what happened? What's going on? Man, I've been in the jail, man. I don't pick up my phone. Sitting on the tongue.
Holly getting released.
For real?
Carlos, stop playing.
I ain't talking to nobody.
Are you for real? I gave you the good news.
I guess so. I'm calling so much. Soon as I pick up, hey, I'm calling you back, man.
That was damn near his response about the baby. We gonna see. I guess so.
But I have to do the same thing. I'm gonna talk to you later.
I'm so glad that I was able to tell you, though. Holly is coming home.
Not at all.
Nobody called me that, man.
Yes. You got 60 missed calls. They got to take her back to court, and she's going to get a condition release. They're going to set some type of condition, and then she'll be coming home within 5 days. Damn. I know, right? We about to turn it up and have a party. What you talking about? Damn.
No, that wasn't the kind of damn he meant. That is not the damn he meant. Not no Pt.5 dance. Damn, you see his face.
Oh, but hold on. I got to tell you something.
Let me call you back. He don't want to hear it.
Oh, but
he don't want
to have a party. What you talking about? Damn. I know. They're going to set some type of condition, and then she'll be coming home within 5 days.
Damn. What? That was not the plan.
I know, right? We about to turn it up and have a party. I know. I know, right? I know, right? We about to turn it up and have a party. What you talking about? Damn. Oh, but hold on. I got to tell you something. All right. Talk to you later.
What the hell? Like, what? Yeah, that wasn't the damn. That was not the damn. Hold on. Okay, y'all, I gotta end it. My niece graduates today. I got a dinner to go to, but what? Damn. And where she at now, still sitting in a chair in that jail cell, though. He told her he gonna call her back. He don't care. He did not care. He like, wait a minute now. He probably, while she was trying to call him, he probably was calling downtown to see what the hell they was talking about. What the hell is they talking about? She about to get out. Shout out to Shanta. Miss V in chat, where did she get that from? And is it true? Well, they were celebrating that because I forgot what was going on in the Supreme Court and all that stuff. They was thinking that she was gonna be able to get out around that time and or whatever. It was going through the higher courts at the time. Anyway, y'all, let me get up out of here. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Please share this out. Let people hear these inconsistencies on the placement of the child. Where exactly, where and when and how, like, because that part right there and the movement of the cars is two of the biggest lies being told in this case. Those are two of the biggest lies that car lies can't get straight. Let's just say that. He also said he moved Romeca's car. He also said, hell, that he was on the side of Holly's car. He said he was putting the baby in the car at the time. Like, so many lies have been told. But shout out to Tisa Lisa, KG Summer Mommy, for sharing me out 34 minutes ago. Shout out to Dr. Doc for sharing me out 1 hour ago. And shout out to Tati for sharing me out 1 hour ago. And shout out to anybody that shared me elsewhere, but I can't see it if you shared on YouTube, because anybody that's in the chat, you have a YouTube channel. You're on it. So if you hit the share button, go to create post, hit at MTGV. My channel should pop up if you're subscribed to my channel, and then I will see it. So if you own this live stream, you definitely have a YouTube channel that you can share it on too. But thank y'all for the people that did. And blessings to Romeca's family, man. This is a hard day for them. This is a very special day that Romeca should be here. She should have been here. But this happened on September 8th. And we want justice. Because these dummies definitely ain't smart like that. They ain't smarter than nobody.
You big dummy. You big dummy. Today I got time, cuz. Today I got time, cuz. Today I got time, cuz. I stand on business. You drop me somewhere, I stand on business. You drop me in your hood, I stand on business. I've been stand on business. I stand on business. Lock his ass up. Lock his ass up. You going to jail. You going to jail. Lock his ass up. Lock his. Nanny boo boo.
I believe that everybody gonna be locked up that should be. There's no way that they're gonna be able to get away with this. But justice is a process, and justice takes time. That I do know. But I pray this dude, they get him. Whatever, give him the most time. I think that's what they working on. Have a cool time, Ms. V. Thank you so much. Afternoon to you, Dynasty. Welcome in. And shout out to everybody that tuned in and everybody that tuned in on a replay. Once this live stream is over, hit the like button. That hype will pop up. Please hype this video out. Share it out. Give me more exposure. Let Romeca, the truth about what really happened that day, comparing these statements, get out. So Romeca can get justice. More people need to be talking about it. They always loud and wrong. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the Meek squad. Shout out to all the names of the Meeks. And shout out to the people in the chat that's standing on business about Romeca that just want justice for her. Because that's what we want.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. For sharing. For sharing. For sharing me. Thank you for so much.
Justice for Romeca. That's right. Happy heavenly birthday, Forever31. Man, she better run. Don't be looking back, falling and all that either. You might like it though. Shout out to 755 Media. She was in the chat. And Sandy Chic Music. Shout out to Chic Nation. Peace and love, y'all. We out.